You can take the hat off if you're in pain. I'm not even in pain. It's just my earbuds. I would have to take the hat off, and I'd have to switch all my wiring to get my other headphones plugged in, but I'd rather just leave it for what it is for now. But nice. Looking good. Awesome. Go to the meeting and see what's going on. Bananas are cool. I think they're pretty sick. What's up, Vinny? All right. Shit.
How are we?
All right. Yeah, we're good. I figured server would come back up, but still. Who is Simon? Simon is my friend. Actually, Jenny, would you want to just add like Simon and then just add his username next to it so people know? Oh man. Actually, I'm gonna take my earbuds out real quick. Let my ears do a little bit of breathing. I can't hear anything, but it'll be good. Ooh, shit. Yeah, my buddy Simon said he wants to send me a creation of sub on his account and then a pizza on his account too, which I'm terrified about, but should be good, should be fun. Dude, I don't know how people wear earbuds for long periods of time. That is crazy. Ugh. All right, hold on. Ugh. There's only 57 people on the server. That's crazy. Oh god, I have my controller plugged in. Fuck. Okay. Ugh. Sorry, I was just fixing my earbuds real quick. Headphones are the best. I will say I prefer an open back headphone. They also say that it's better for you if you have open back headphones, which I do not. Or well, I do have open back headphones. I'm not using them right now. All right. I have closed back for mixing, but opens are nice. I like opens because it gives an opportunity for, I guess, audio to escape. And my closebacks, I have really, really bad tinnitus. And I'm trying to like focus on doing what I can to make my, I guess, to save my hearing. But I know I'm going to be deaf by like 30. Ah. All right. Sweet. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate it. Yeah. My tinnitus hasn't been bad recently, but I think after this stream, my tinnitus is going to be kicked. First time I'm wearing headphones like this in a very long time, but
Let's go, thoroughbred. open to.
Hello, Shema.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Long time no see.
Hello.
Oh man. Well, now we're back. I appreciate you all sticking through for the couple minutes of variety. What the fuck?
Some storm we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say that again.
It lasts a bit longer than usual.
I guess we can go around and say that Flop died but came back. Honestly, I wish I took more care of my ears when I was a kid. Because I didn't know the effect that would have had to my hearing growing up. But when I was a kid, I used to blast music. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think one of the few things, I think there's a lot of things that kids do that like they don't understand, but I could say for certain when I was a kid, no one taught me or told me how like effective tinnitus was. I don't know. PSA, if you go to live concerts, you should consider wearing earplugs. I have never been to a concert in my life.
Oh, okay.
Which is very funny, considering the fact that, I don't know.
Cornwood? You alright?
There's blood at your feet. Are you okay?
Oh, shit.
Why? I never went to a concert. There's two concerts I've always wanted to go to. I've always wanted to go to a Post Malone concert. Actually, mainly Post Malone.
I'll clean this up.
Billy Joel. And if I ever had the opportunity, I would do it. Sleep Token. But Sleep Token does not come to the US. Which sucks.
At
And
what age would you say that's?
they're doing their tour, but it was impossible to find like you could not find tickets
45 minutes.
anywhere. So
Oh, good. Oh, 6 more years. Okay, great.
I got like 15 more years.
Oh, 15 years. You have so much time before you.
I do.
does it say Aspro on your top? Ugh. I'm so glad you asked. I don't know how to move this. Okay, hold on. Let me figure this out. Can I do this? There we go.
But who knows? It might get cut short.
There you go. A great shirt, though, to be honest.
Did you know that our constitution doesn't include any provisions against titles of nobility?
What?
Bless you.
Yeah, what the hell does that mean? Like kings and queens?
Yeah, or I mean, or lesser ones like barons of Dogtown, for example, right?
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
I
Remember,
don't,
like-
I don't fucking know what. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
One
commend you for
could-
going so long in that banana
one
hat. I
could
said I
say
would
that
do it.
perhaps they're sort of titles of
I'm a man of my
nobility.
word.
No, I'm just throwing that out there that we don't have anything in our constitution to get.
I am a man of
regarding
my
titles
word.
of nobility.
I am doing everything in my power to keep this on for as long as I can. We have made it
The more you know.
4 hours, and I think that's pretty good. That's me with Poets of the Fall. I don't know how often. Yeah. I really want to go to a Sleep Token concert.
Can I talk to you about some legislation later?
Maybe tomorrow. I'm
All right.
gonna,
There's just,
yeah, I'm probably gonna get to bed.
it's just not gonna happen. Their concert seems so cool. they're like, they don't show their faces. They hide their social
Oh, yeah,
media.
is it
They're
gonna-
just anonymous, but they put on this fucking great concert.
Decker?
Decker.
Okay.
Decker.
Decker, I swear to God.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god, I wish.
Decker! Wake the fuck up. It's time to clock in.
Yeah, I'm
Somebody
literally right here.
recorded
You
this
just
whole
don't want
thing?
Oh, hell no.
me- I'm here, man. Stop punching me in the face. Stop. Are we good to start?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What up, everybody? Happy
Hi, Decker.
God.
happy Thursday.
Such a
Happy
cool
Thursday.
ass, such a cool
It's
ass concert.
Hey,
Hey, happy birthday to Siobhan.
Happy birthday. How old are you?
everybody. 39.
Oh my god.
Enjoy your last
you
year.
don't look a day over 21.
Thank you. It's the Botox.
Oh. Okay.
Good
Well,
for you.
Real
Oh,
plans.
You're looking like a crash dummy.
Making
No,
something
there were.
enjoy.
All right. We had quite a day today. Some bad news. We had an officer pass away today. Senior Officer Aziz Sultan passed away.
I love that. I love that.
He was kidnapped. From what I understand, he was kidnapped at a traffic stop and thrown out of a plane.
What is the title you
into,
gave it? Peanut
the
butter, go
prison where
fuck
he
yourself.
was, moided.
That's
I
so
haven't looked at
good.
the autopsy report. I think it was blunt force trauma when I heard, like the fall.
Right,
killed
that
him,
is
but
incredible.
They
I love that.
They robbed him as well. There's a big shootout that happened at the prison trying to get him
That's
back.
so good.
Uh,
Beetle!
it didn't go amazingly, but we did
Thank
get
you
him
for the
back.
raid, brother.
We're not 100%
I can
sure who
explain.
did it, but we have some leads that we're going to look into, so that that's going to happen in the next coming days.
I can explain. Okay.
The docket posting for the City Hall shooting is going to go up within the next, hopefully, 24 hours, preferably within the next 16 hours.
What's
So
up,
that should be
everybody? I'm
fun.
Chris. I play Flop. Beetle, how was your stream? How was
Be
your
prepared for that. if you're trying to go
your
for bad
not
hearings,
Guitar
I
Hero?
guess.
Guitar Hero. You had to run me while I was shredding. I'm sorry. We were playing games and then we all left. So
Anything
thank God
else?
you
I
didn't
can't
join. To be
think
honest.
of, anything major that happened in the shift? Aside from that, I'm not gonna lie. The Aziz and prison stuff kind of took up majority of the shift, so nothing notable happened after that. There is an announcement for it. Please make sure you guys are reading the announcements. I don't know. Is there anything else? It's
Oh
actually
God,
pretty-
Beetle, I had no idea.
yeah, not a lot has happened today aside from that.
Shit.
Kind of preoccupied with that for most of the day.
I do have an announcement, but it's not related to this per se.
Okay. Does anybody have any announcements pertaining to PD stuff before we have dispatch come up? Going once, going twice. Okay,
Nothing
cool.
came in.
Quota report, new quota coming soon, but time to mourn first.
Okay.
Why does she have a watermelon? I don't know. It's a very round
It
watermelon.
is kind of a PD, do your job kind of thing. Please don't be responding to 311s or 911s and trying to escalate or antagonize people. It is becoming a problem in Shift 2 at the very least, where people are responding to, example, 311s from Erwin Dundee, and he is getting extremely angry. Please don't do that. And if you are going to do that, own up to you doing it. Don't be a coward. Thank you.
Ooh.
Y'all know better. I will
Alright.
jump you if you do it in the shift.
Yeah, don't antagonize people. It helps nobody.
Did we just gonna do your job in a shift 3?
Any
For shift 2's
other
problem?
things
What
anybody
do
wants to
we
bring
do?
up or talk about? Anything at all? Oh, I hear a door. All right, cool, easy enough.
Hey,
Yes.
Hi.
Are you talking to me?
I think Sharon was talking to her.
I feel like she's forcing me to make right now
About what?
about what happened today.
Okay.
What is
Hello,
that?
everyone. I'm Turgle.
Hi, Turgle.
Hi, Turgle.
Hello,
Toggle. So, today
I don't know
was
what's going
pretty,
on. What time zone are you in?
pretty
I'm East Coast.
crazy. It's my 4th day on the job, by the way.
Great work.
Yep, and I killed someone.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Shot them.
There you go. There you go. She incapacitated somebody.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh, okay.
shot them
Very different,
until they
babe.
bled
Very
out
different.
and passed out.
There you go.
Okay.
Next time.
Nope.
You'll get him next time.
Yeah, you'll get them
Yeah.
next time. It's
Just
okay.
aim
Man, I
better
hope.
next time.
Yeah, well, I unloaded about 6 magazines into them.
Try
Excellent.
7.
far.
For the head.
Well, it was hard because I was on a rooftop alone, and they were, yards and yards
I feel like this is
away.
about to take a turn.
Hey, if I learned anything during that incursion, angles are important. But even more important are comms. And
Wow.
I think that communication, comms and communication,
Oh.
constant communication.
All right.
All right, good shit.
Yay.
You'll get him next time, Turgle.
You got this.
And another thing.
Oh.
I didn't get to do my what Decker and we talked about doing before
Oh,
we
God.
went in.
Oh.
Yeah, what was it, Decker? We had a plan.
Oh.
Then we were separated.
Yeah, we were put in groups for the shootout at the prison, and Turgle and I, part of said group, Turgle and I were kind of split off from them a little bit, not far, like probably like 20 feet, not even.
I'm trying to figure out
Yep.
what
And
the
Turgle
punchline is.
called us the Alpha team.
Yep,
And I said, "Oh, so like the A team?" And I said, "Which one are you gonna be?" And she said, "Liam Neeson."
yep,
And I said, "Okay, cool. I want to be Mr. T so I can pity the fool."
yep. And I was gonna go in, and when we breached the prison, I was gonna yell, "Charlie Union, Mary!" and shoot
Yep.
people.
We're just gonna scream, "Come!"
Yep.
That's my A team.
Neither of us got the chance to do that.
Hell, yep, true. I stood on a roof for about
Next
10
time.
minutes. But
Bones blew me up with a helicopter.
nice.
Classic.
That's my
I
sheriff.
should have
Next
gone with
time,
Barracks.
come and kill him.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to say. But yeah,
Wow.
it was a long 2 hours at that prison. And everyone did great.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Ow.
I was on the ground for about
We
an
get
hour and
it.
a half of that. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone who
Fixing
didn't get
other
down
people
did
Okay.
great.
I sure
Thank you.
sure Turgle.
No, I mean, you did great too, but in
No,
a
it's
different
fine.
way.
Whatever. It's fine.
I want to shoot that watermelon out of your hands.
Ow.
Don't fucking do that.
I mean, think about how cool that would be. You shoot the watermelon, it explodes.
Ooh,
We're pretty
that's
sick.
Really cool.
She didn't just say don't do that. She said don't fucking do that.
Don't touch your water.
This watermelon's seen some shit, okay?
Oh, okay.
Well, like what?
Yeah. Oh, it witnessed a lot. You know that massacre the other day?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys seen the footage of that?
She's
Yeah,
really
I
hide your gun
That
inside that
was
watermelon. That'd be
what-
smart.
I haven't.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
what happened?
It's a touchy
Ooh.
subject. you're
Yeah,
right.
imagine that'd be like problematic
Sorry.
and traumatic.
Ugh.
What happened?
My hair is gonna
What
be
happened?
ruined for the rest of
I
my
have
life.
a hard time processing trauma.
Hey, same.
I'm pretty good at it.
Let's just say this melon's seen some shit. Well, anyways, wrapping this up. While I was in there, I thought I was gonna die, but I kept giving comms, and I'm here to speak today because of you guys who were there. So thanks.
Thank you,
Alright,
Turtle.
Yay.
All right, thanks, Turtle.
Did I learn anything?
All right. I see that we don't have our bit off officer here today.
Every
Oh,
time
shit.
I walk up in this stream, there's
Yeah,
always
well, yeah.
something you're wearing that takes me by surprise. Well, I got great news.
All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about what happened today, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be around after the meeting for a little bit, having more meetings.
Holly, I'm just here for a good
here's
time.
a general gist. If somebody were to get charged for murder on the docket, what would you guys put as a fine?
Which murder?
Is it the
Mm,
attempted or the
yeah, let's say
murder
it's
of a government
Walker.
employee?
Yeah,
If
let's
it's
say
Walker, I'd say $1 million. Council members are like the upper echelon of everybody, so
Million,
I'd
okay.
say
The
$1 million.
highest form of government.
Yeah,
I was actually
I'd
gonna say
say
million.
council
Hold
member
on.
pretty damn bad.
Does that mean what? I would say that's what makes terrorism a different charge. I wouldn't say life, but I wouldn't say that like one life is more valuable than another monetarily just because
Nope.
they're on a council.
Mine
No,
is.
Oh.
That actually, I mean, that's actually taken into account when we're talking
I
about
think
murder
Corman's
charges,
more
right?
important than I am.
Yep, she ain't wrong.
I don't know.
I think when we're determining a fine,
I
I'd
mean, me
say
too.
life is more important than life.
All right. If you guys are saying $1 million plus, raise your hand. I think Turgle tried to raise her hand, but her watermelon's too heavy.
Yep.
All right. If you're saying less than $1 million, raise your hand.
I think the numbers that we spoke about outside was sort of where my ballpark was. It's not far off, but
I think anybody who thinks they're worth $1 million has an ego.
what?
I mean,
Damn,
did they
calm
shoot
down.
every council member? Isn't that like a bunch of people?
Yeah, keep in
Yeah,
mind the
so
situation.
Their charges are looking like 25 times attempted murder of government employees. That's
Oh.
including council members, clerks, and cops.
Yeah, $1 million sounds about right.
I think $1 million is right for that.
So
Well,
I
$1
did
million
the math.
is the one person, right? So that's worth factoring in.
I did
Yeah,
the math. Everybody's looking at, with possessions and like the main charges and like hot gun shit, between like $212,000 to $180,000 fine without the hot
God.
charges. So, just trying to figure out what people have. If people have like a good idea here.
I'd say round it about, in my opinion, make it 787.
Well, I was
1,000
saying
to make it $1 million
750
grand.
flat, and then they would get charged for all the fines of like the basic crimes, and then the hut charges they get fined the rest up to 750,000.
Yeah,
I will
that
also
sounds
say,
right.
Oh, we don't have a standing one
if-
for murder?
No.
if you take into account the charges already, a felony like stockpiling is $156,000.
Wait, stockpiling is that much?
Yeah.
Wait, is it actually?
don't-
What the fuck?
I don't think that murder being $1 million sounds that crazy.
Yeah, I think $500,000 sounds more right.
Oh my god, stockpiling is $156,000. Holy shit.
Do y'all think how do y'all feel about the charges right now?
I like him.
So look, here's the charges across the board without
Yeah.
possession and hot gun things, right?
No, I mean in general, like the time and fine for those kinds of charges.
Oh,
For stockpiling?
For what?
I
For
mean, it's hard to
stockpiling murder or
prove.
what?
I prefer less time, more fine, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
I mean, actually, I don't know. Maybe 500,000 actually would be closer.
So, like for
I mean-
example, Zolo is looking at $212,000.
At 1K subs,
Like,
we wear a
without the
maid
murder
outfit.
charge?
I don't know about that.
Correct. Without the murder charge,
I don't know about that.
$212,527, and then I just added the difference to $750,000. It was he's going to get an extra $500,000 charge or fine.
Just give me an idea, though. Hold on.
So,
But that's for
Quick question,
murder
it-
and terrorism. That's not for just one of them.
okay. So what's terrorism charge? Or,
Hold on.
fine.
Yeah, the
This work?
500,000 extra to add it up to 750,000 is going to be for terrorism and murder of a government employee.
Okay.
It's not just for one fine. Now, if people feel like that should be different, I'm open to hearing suggestions.
So sorry, one more time. What is the number before the two red charges?
So,
Capital.
real quick, the reason I'm asking this is because we've never had a murder or terrorism case aside from Ember Quinn, and she got 30,000 or some shit. So, and that was before the debtor's law thing came in. So I'm trying to get like a vibe here.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Zolo, for example, is getting the most charges without the hut stuff, and he's looking at $212,527.
Ray and Blau look great in their maid outfits. I'm not pulling off a fucking maid outfit. That's just not gonna happen.
So are you asking? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
So are we trying to figure out right now? You want the vibe for each individual, terrorism and murder, or you want a vibe for both combined?
I want them all to get charged the same fine at the end of the day, because aside from possessions and hot gun charges, they're all getting the same stuff. So I want to know, like right now, I'm saying I want $750 per person across the board. So
Okay.
I'm seeing what everybody else thinks they should be getting, or like what they think would be a good idea.
I think that's good, personally.
$750
I'll retract my
for
million
both,
for
like,
murder.
Seems fair.
for $750 for both terrorism and murder of employees. Yeah, in the range of $750 to $1 million sounds about right.
Yeah, and then having
And everybody called me
750
crazy for raising my hand at the
plus
750.
possessions, which would make it $1 million.
No,
It would be 750. So you're doing 250 per.
No. So the way that I'm doing it is
this is
I
too
am
heavy.
adding up all their fines for all of their charges per person, and I am taking out the hut charges.
750
completely.
each is wild in this economy. Not
And then
really
I
when you
take
consider
that
the charges
whole
you're getting.
fine, and then I subtract it from 750,000, and that would be the hut charge fines.
I guess I feel
So-
like we should. Sorry, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just asking. You're wanting to net it. You're wanting to net it at 750K. Like you want the
Here-
net.
yeah, here.
The net to be 750K. Is it?
I feel like that's a different conversation. I honestly, I feel like what is appropriate for this case versus setting a precedent for what we think murder and terrorism going forward should be is kind of two different conversations.
Well, that's why I'm asking for this case. I'm not asking for going
Okay,
forward.
got it.
God damn it. Hang on.
Yeah, I think the charge makes sense. If it was a premeditated attack during a council meeting where somebody
What's
died,
the next what's the highest fine currently for a standard charge?
There you go.
I mean, I think the other thought process too is if you're gonna fuck around, you're gonna find out.
Was it that
I wa-
stockpiling?
I think it was.
it might be
stockpiling for
government
156,000.
robbery.
How much is that one?
No, not robbery. Never mind. Was it the possession charge? of the
Stockpiling is
firearm?
156,000.
Okay.
Um,
What's 2.5 times that? What's that?
no, the criminal possession of a government issued firearm is lowered as well, only 93K.
That's like 350 to
Stockpiling
400.
is going to be the higher charge.
I think stockpiling is the highest. Yeah.
I mean, let's break it down. If you're gonna premeditate an attack on a council,
If you thought of something like
having a
murder
state-issued
as
meeting that everyone's
2.5
aware of,
times our current highest, that would be like 350, 400. And then
and you shoot up
add that
everybody
with terrorism and stuff, a total of 750. Kind
this,
of makes
I don't
sense.
really, I don't have the context on it, but based on what it sounds like, if you're going to do the most egregious,
I guess my
like,
question
act,
is everyone's charges
they should get
without
an
the hut
egregious charge.
charges around the same amount?
Sorry, can you say that again?
So everyone's charges before adding up the hut charges, like just
This
the
is-
fines for the possessions and such, are they all around the same amount?
This is the highest.
what are you
right?
eating?
Yeah, it's-
I am
it's a range
eating
between
everything
212
bagel
and 180.
cashews, and they're very good.
Okay.
I'm out of them though. I'm very sad.
I agree with you. I agree with 750K.
I think if
This
you,
would be...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you push for 750, the worst that happens is that it gets walked down to a lower fine. But I think you're in the right criteria for 750 to start.
Yeah, this is what it's looking like. So like, Zolo and Peanut get the most because they have hot guns. Kay gets the second most because he has government shit on him, and then Rami, Vinny, and Taco had their guns were clean, but they still committed the crimes. So,
It's so hard
and
to
then
eat with
like
this fucking
everything
hat on.
the right side is just the difference to 750K. That's all it is. I'm trying to get like I said, I'm not like trying to find a precedent. I'm trying to get like a vibe of like too
Hold
little,
on.
too much, what people think would be a good idea, bad idea, all that kind of stuff.
I like it.
So would that 750 be
mean-
both murder
It'd
and
be-
terrorism?
Yes, it would be
or...
both the hut charges.
Okay.
Their entire fine at the end of the day, if they're found guilty of everything, would be 750K.
All right.
Uh,
I don't.
I think maybe I'm crazy here. I do think it's a little high.
It's too high.
Like it was what they did was pretty bad. Like
Yeah.
overwhelmingly horrible. But I don't know. It just I don't understand the things I want to understand well enough to really be able to put a finger on it. But I just feel like it's a little high.
So I also want to point out that an idea that crossed my mind while I was making it 750K was giving them it's a little high, I do agree, but I made it that high so they have the idea to plead down, so they can like plead guilty, and I'll say, okay, 5 years, 500K for everything, point blank period.
And
Like,
I think it also does give the DOJ wiggle room to reduce the charge,
to go down or up or whatever.
if
Yeah,
they
I'm
determine
sure
so.
they're
Because
not
remember,
gonna be charged
this is
$750K.
this is just us bringing it forward, and the judge will then determine what it should be, right?
Yeah,
This
the
is just a
judge isn't-
suggestion, right?
yeah.
The judge
This
isn't
is
gonna go higher than what you asked for, though, would they?
I mean, it's up to
No,
the
I don't
judge,
think
right?
so.
Never seen
They-
a judge do that.
I've never
At the
seen
end of the
a
day,
judge
the
go
judge
above.
can push whatever they want if they feel we went too little, then it's possible, but that doesn't mean they will.
Yeah, fines are a recommendation. They're not like a
Yeah,
set in stone.
Yeah, these are the fucking.
All right,
What's
sorry.
it called at the bottom of a posting? I fucking forgot the word.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna forget that when this goes to trial. I think a lot of people are gonna
I don't
forget
even know what you're trying to
the
say.
fact that
The more I think about it,
this-
comparatively,
Go ahead.
attempted murder is $6,000. It's crazy. It's.
You can't really
so-
compare the attempted murder charges though with this
Yeah.
sort of situation with the way the
Yeah.
city is. Daft.
Yeah, I understand that it's still. It's tricky. It's
Yeah.
weird to workshop it, but I get what you're saying.
I think most people are gonna forget that, and they're gonna forget the fact that
I
this
think it
is
gives
a
ballpark
suggestion.
to an idea of like this is a very bad situation.
People are gonna
that
see
needs
this
to
and they're
be
gonna go, "Oh my god, fuck the police! They just want to fuck
recognized as being
this gang
something that
because
shouldn't be
fuck
happening
them." And
often
it's
and
got
should
nothing
be
to do with
deterrent
that.
for one,
We don't
but it
have a
does give the
baseline
judge
to
more
go
wiggle
off
room
of.
to go down.
We're gonna bring this forward.
And they
Judge is
don't
gonna
have
look and
to
go,
think
"Yeah,
about
I
pushing up
agree,"
from
or a
750.
judge is gonna go, "Hey, that's
I
way
mean, I
too
could
high."
always make it like 1.5 mil, and then it'd like just be like, okay, well that's more than likely not going to happen, but it would either give them more reason to plead guilty or have a judge do it or whatever. But I don't want to. We don't have any legislation or in our constitution saying don't like no extreme bails or fines or whatever. But I don't like the idea of pushing insane amounts of fines and times even on cases like this.
Yeah.
How much time would they be getting? For this
I'm looking.
kind of thing?
I'm going to request 10 years in, 10 years out. Or well, days, years, whatever.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Requesting it, and then yeah, like you said, that gives it room for them to play down.
I think 750 is a good point for them for an opportunity to plead. Yeah.
Yeah, with our legal system, it is simply just, they have
Trial
the
error.
ability. Well, it's trial and error, but one, because this is the first terrorism case and first murder of a government employee case that I'm aware of.
Well, there was another terrorism case before, but that I don't think successful.
with
It
Bobby
was,
Charles, yeah.
Bobby Charles and Timo.
But this is gonna be like, this is the first one to this level that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Trying to get a vibe of like what people feel is good or bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like maybe 500 total is more of what I was thinking, maybe.
So
Or
the
just
issue,
if-
right, is that like I looked at all the other cases that required docket postings and whatnot. Obviously, the one first degree murder, and then the rest of them were like drug trafficking.
What's
but
up,
the
HG?
highest was
How you doing?
30K. So I'm trying to.
Sorry.
I'm trying to work around with what I have here.
Oh man,
I
this
think
hat
we're-
is starting to
we're
get
forgetting that, like,
uncomfortable. It's
we
okay
might be
though.
not forgetting, but if we look at that 212 or whatever, that's like 25 counts of attempted on a government plus a bunch of other crazy charges. That's a lot. It's like a lot of fucking charges to get to that 212. And so one or two charges to be double that of like a 25 count or something is where it gets a little lost in the sauce.
I mean,
ask a
again,
question?
this is murder and
I mean,
terrorism.
it's murder and
I,
terrorism.
no, don't get me wrong. I understand, but it's like 25 counts of that, 3 attempts second degree, that is also murder of a government employee. Oh, no, wait, that doesn't have a thing. A criminal possession, 17 grand.
Charge as much as you can
Like,
and go for
it's
30
just-
years. Why not?
I don't know. It's like 25 charges. That's
What's
where
that?
I'm
300K for
officially
drug
lost.
trafficking?
Hang on.
Can I
What's up,
ask
Siobhan?
Can I ask a question? I mean, you're aware that like Mr. K owns 2 different properties, right?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. When we talked about undue, excessive fines or punishment, these are not poor people. This is the cost of doing business.
So
Which is,
we
I
should
also
seize
think-
the house, is what you're saying.
I'm not gonna go for somebody's property
I'm
unless it's for
joking.
bail or it's for they used it in the crime or something.
We should charge the rich more.
Tax the rich.
I think that's also the problem kind
Tax
of bringing
the
it is
rich.
like I don't have a concept of the economics of a rich person.
I
think
It's not about fucking them into the ground with charges. The reality of the situation
to attempted murder charges
is that
and murder
the
charges
situation that happened
being
sounds like it was
equivalent when
pretty
they are
egregious.
vastly different with
And because this is the
nature
first
of
time
the city.
basis on how to propose the charges,
I also want to bring up
this is a first
the
time.
DSC, like, because obviously
This is the first time,
I'm
right?
assuming all these people probably go into debt once the fines are processed. If they do get the 750,000, right? DSC can adjust fines, or like not fines, but like their debt in prison.
They can help relieve their debt as time goes on. Yeah.
Oh.
At least that's my understanding.
I'll add this to the conversation too. Declan reached a plea deal with someone for a drug trafficking case and got $75,000 fine in a plea deal. So that's not
the one I
posted to
looked
the
at.
case, but yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the ones I looked at.
I'm just trying to give us a more ballpark figurines. If it's 75K for a plea deal, then I would assume that would be double that for putting on a docket, 150K. So I think 250K is not far stretched for terrorism and murder.
For both of
That's
them or
my
one of
opinion.
them?
For one of them, for one each, 250K for one each.
So do it just 500 flat for both.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that would
you
make
have
sense.
it pretty accurate how you have. I like how you have it because it's just rounding everything up. But that's just the ballpark that I see. And like I said, drug trafficking.
I personally see the
I would
discomfort on your
assume would
face.
be
It's really not
150K.
discomfort.
Double that for.
I'm actually chilling right now, to be honest. I'm just
So I
listening. This
think
is
it's
an interesting
accurate. I think 250K
conversation.
is accurate.
I do also think that
you think
the severity of all the other charges on top of the attempted murder and terrorism should play into the fact that this is a big situation that needs a big punishment.
So wait, Dixie, you were saying 250 from the hut charges?
So drug trafficking is 150K. I'm referencing that based on Declan had a drug trafficking plea deal for 75K.
What was the
I'd
report
say
number?
If he put it to the docket, then it would be 150K. It is 6009. 6009. So I'm saying murder and terrorism is kind of higher than drug trafficking, as it is a violence against persons
Right.
case. So 250K is reasonable for me, and that how it is right now is
Oh,
close enough to
250 each is
250
close enough?
each.
Okay.
It's probably
I
just
think
me.
also
The
it's good
earbud
to
discomfort,
look
something
at,
I would
like,
tolerate
that
well.
750K
I don't like
is
the
on
earbud
top, right?
discomfort.
So
I kind of have it
in a
just dangling
situation
out of my
in
ear right
which
now.
something like this happened
that it's
in
not
a
like pressed up
lesser
against my
situation
ear.
where there wasn't 24
I can't hear well
people
out of my
shot
right ear, but
down
that's fine.
and
It
hot
doesn't matter.
guns and all sorts of other charges on top of it. That's 250K each, right? For murder and terrorism is 500K, roughly, ballpark, right? Or is my math off?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know enough about like the damn economics of shit. So
Yeah, me neither. I honestly,
So,
I would love to learn more about
yeah.
how many people are making
I
a
mean,
day.
Chief
Group
Justice
6
Crane
workers, they
probably
make
has a better
4,000 an hour. Someone said.
I
Around
don't
that.
I don't think that the fines are wrong. I do feel like they should all be a flat amount regardless of how much they're being fined for possession and such.
So that way they're all the same
charges.
amount per person.
I
was
think
gonna
that's okay. I
say,
agree with
yeah,
that.
Because
like I
if
think
I
the
was a
rounding up is
judge,
the best.
if I was a judge looking at that, I'd be like, why are these people getting charged
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
amounts for the
Okay.
same
Yeah.
crime?
Yeah, that also crossed my mind.
Even
That's
if the like definitive like end like their total is different between them, I think having these like the hut charges be similar is like important.
I mean, I'm fine with like 500K across the board for everybody and then like 250 per.
Yeah.
Actually, what? Siobhan, you're rich, right?
What the fuck?
Well,
I don't think you can
We
ask for
were
that,
looking
man.
for an insight into, someone of a better, economic status than ourselves, and so I thought I'd ask.
I'm asset rich. I'm cash poor. Like I'm house poor. Does that make sense? Like all my, I'm paying off loans.
How much do their homes
She's
cost?
comfortable.
I
Yeah.
I owe Alan Crane $110,000 still.
She couldn't pay the electric bill like
Let's see.
Damn.
Ooh.
Just
Turgo's
airing
my
it out,
adoptive-
man.
Turgo's my
Interesting.
adopted daughter, in case anyone was wondering.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't sound rich.
Turgo was hoping that we could keep that between us and.
Well, you can
not
Thank
tell
you very
everybody
much,
how we were
Turgo. That's
gathered
very
around the
insightful.
fire.
No, you can pay it now. It was just then, but it now is fine.
Rich people,
Okay.
they're just like us.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
mean,
said- you said it
here's a
should be
hot
like
take that no
70,
one's really
50,
talking
70,
about. You want to talk
70
about an RP
years?
take for a minute?
The original.
This is
idea
gonna be a
was
good one to
be
hit
within 10
the
years out,
fucking God knows
750
where
would
while I'm
likely
wearing a
take
banana
time.
hat.
See, I think it should be like.
People are driving high-end cars.
I
Sir,
mean,
4.0 has been
I
up for
have
6
like I said, I have
months,
no
going on
concept,
7.
No idea
Mhm.
anything whatsoever.
I
But
mean,
my gut tells me something more.
I
like
think
500
asset-wise,
in 5
people
days.
are very wealthy on the server. You know what I
The
mean?
plea deal
Like the
arrangement.
economy has
That's what I want them to keep to.
gracefully built, which is good.
I'm making
But
the
there's
highest
people
plea
that have
deal
very
seems more
high-end sports
enticing.
cars.
That's,
How
that's
many
the
days-
goal.
Okay.
Question.
How many days have been?
I think in
they're
terms
going
of
to open?
assets,
How many days
people-
have we still been on hold?
people have a lot
day-
already.
Day 2.
like this sounds like a lot of money,
It would just be today.
but once they pay off
Here's a
their
question.
debts,
8 hours ish.
If they are also
Excuse
asset
me.
rich and cash poor, does that mean they also could potentially be in debtor's prison for an insane amount of time?
There's a
That's
there's
what
a
I was
yeah.
mentioning.
There's a chance that's again. That's why I wasn't going insane with the amount like 1.5 or whatever the fuck.
does that mean the person streamer ever come in? You can come in with a new character. Yeah.
They'll
When they
get
perma, they're killing off that
debtor's
character.
prison. I don't know what their you know.
But yeah, I
economic
do think
statuses or anything like
that in
that,
terms of
so.
fairness, if we're gonna be
I don't know
realistic,
if I can
people
even
own
really ask
houses.
that,
Flop
like, from
owns
a
a
judge,
$500,000 house. I'm gonna say that again. Flop owns a $500,000 house,
Well, no, yeah, they could. They
and he's
could
had it for what,
access
2
if
months?
they don't want to be in debt and stuff like
I
that.
mean,
That's
if
perfectly
we're gonna
viable.
be realistic, I mean,
Does the state rebuy real estate, for example? Or is that somewhere you have to find a buyer?
$500,000 shoebox, true, but we're not talking about that right now.
Would you have to find a
I do
buyer for
think that
Or
Yeah, they would
just
have
like-
to
while
get
the
into some
fines
about
are
things
a
if they're
lot,
trying to buy their properties.
here's the reality: it doesn't stop you from I guarantee you,
I think for half.
might be able to
just for
afford
sake of argument right now, right?
Get half back or something like that. I don't know.
So the
He
I have
has
a
2
question.
cars and 2
I don't
properties,
have an answer.
right?
I don't know if it'll be
Correct me
right,
if I'm
but
wrong.
There would
If
be
they
a way
own
to zero that
hut,
out.
Are the days that they've been spending on a hut discounted from their total years in prison?
normally yes, but depends on the judge.
Okay.
I agree,
Okay.
Zach.
Judge
Yeah.
will
they-
decide
if
if
they
Mo-
have
most
two
people
and then
in
five, it'll
RP
be
have
like, let's
assets.
say
They don't keep
503.
money. You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm just
So
kind of
what's the-
working it out like out loud in my head. I guess
That is if I put the case docket
yeah.
like right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we need a date.
I'm not saying that my point's correct. I'm just saying in the grand
yes
scheme
and
of
no,
like
'cause they're
fines,
likely going to request bail before they try to go for a plea
not-
deal. I already told their lawyer
not
that
a
I would be open to plea
crazy-
deals, so we'll see if that happens.
not a crazy
So
thing.
what's the time to
you know what I mean?
to dollar ratio for debtor's prison?
I don't know.
I don't
I've
know.
been told 15 different things. I don't know.
I don't know. I think
Come on, you know?
Sorry, what?
I think it's
dollar to time ratio for debtor's prison.
Kinda
I'm
fair.
unaware of what the dollar to time ratio is.
Gotta ask
okay.
DOC.
I have not delved into it that much.
Dundee went in for 170K in debt and was out in 24 hours. Yeah, I mean, people are gonna bail it out. You know what the problem is? People hear like a big fine and they think, "Oh my God, they just want to fuck these people over." But then you're right. You look at like a situation like
I would
Dundee.
apprate that.
Dundee
actually.
was able to create
That
good
might
role
actually,
play where other
come
gangs
into
and
play
groups
for future
were able
cases
to help
too, so.
tap in and essentially
Yeah, I mean,
assist
I
with
don't-
his
I don't
debt.
mind making it 250 per.
You know what I mean?
Per charge, and then just adding the.
And you're right.
like
He
the
was
possessions
out
and the,
within
like,
24
device
hours.
charges up to it, and then just going from there.
I mean that's
way, at
that's
least
like
there's,
a
some kind of uniformity.
that's an honest
across the,
take.
HUT charges.
I think I think
Okay.
it creates
Well, I
good role
appreciate
play.
The input, appreciate the feedback.
It gives CG an opportunity to reach out
like
to
I
other
said,
groups
this
and see
is
who's willing to work with them or affiliate with them
a
to
fairly
maybe help out with their debts.
unheard of case. So I'm
Dundee's
trying to
GoFundMe,
figure
it
out
was
what to do with
successful.
it.
If we're gonna be cordial for a minute, it was successful. It went very well.
Fuck, I was gonna ask one more question, but I completely forgot about it. All right. Does anybody have anything they want to bring up? Talk about?
Feels too
comments,
look peddly?
concerns, questions?
Because they are.
Going once, going
If
twice.
no one has anything, can I actually say
Yeah,
something?
1.3 million in debt. Exactly.
Sure.
I actually don't think that these charges are that egregious, or fines are that egregious. I think 750 is
Hi,
honestly
it's
fair.
me again.
Hi.
Hi, Turgle.
So, if we could all look at our watches and notice the time, it is past midnight in the Pacific Coast.
The best time.
Yeah.
Oh,
The best
Which
so did the vomit
Absolutely.
sound. Watch your mouth.
there is also a very special day today.
Oh, we already
Considering
know
that
it's
it is
Siobhan's
now
birthday.
midnight. Okay, well, shut the fuck up.
We did this
We're all
before
gonna
you
say happy
walked in.
birthday.
Lamar.
Oh, I already did it.
All right.
All of
happy
us together
birthday.
right now. Happy birthday, Siobhan.
Happy birthday, Siobhan.
Happy birthday.
Birthday to
Wow.
you.
Feels kind of
remind
wrong to
her.
celebrate right now.
Honestly, if everybody could give her
everything that's
cash, it
happening.
sounds like she could use it.
I would never ask. I would never ask for that. But if anybody has food, I am about to pass out.
Well, that was
Welcome to the club.
IFAC diet.
All right. Nothing else. We're good to get out of here, guys. Appreciate it. Siobhan, you and I need to talk.
Decker, could I talk to you real quick?
Yeah, real quick before I
Yay.
pass that. Hey,
Yeah,
Jordan.
no.
Decker.
Pledge,
Decker.
pledge,
No,
pledge.
just kidding.
Oh, pledge. Okay.
Siobhan, don't leave.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United.
We'll make it quick. We'll actually just go over here so that we're not far from Siobhan. What is this? Is this food? Oh, you fuck.
Just drinks. It's just
Oh,
drinks.
I'll take them. Shit. So the other day when we did the raid on BBMC turf,
Wait, you guys actually did it?
All right, real quick.
or well, I guess not the raid, the lockdown.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what Dundee's debt was?
Somebody said he was 160 in debt.
Holy fuck, really?
Yeah, but he got paid like same night.
Hmm.
Somebody sent them money.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest. I think the 750 is not like that egregious. Whatever you plan on doing is up to you. I think between 500 and 750 is fair. I think if you want to push for the mill, you push for the mill. I think you're kind of in line, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You're not
I don't know.
gonna.
We'll see what happens.
I don't think you're gonna offend a judge. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst you just say is listen. We don't have a gauge on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it is. Like we don't know what to push here, so we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. Like I said, all we have to go off of is like the 75K plea deal that fucking Green did.
I got you. All good. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Damn. On Lucas's face, just like that? That's crazy.
What a
He
fucking
was hella
bag.
far away.
I don't know about hella far away. What?
Talking to like
What?
I'm bad. Play shy.
Oh, man. From a crime perspective, I get grinding weed for money is boring, but they need other interesting ways to make some money. So these debts are set back, but don't result in just standing on a block for hours pushing. I mean, this might be a really like. Hey, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry. This might be This might be kind of a shit take, but I'm willing to say it. I don't think appointing the idea that limited mechanics should be a reason to go light for roleplay makes sense. Right? I agree it sucks that would be like one of the ways that they'd pay off their debts. But at the same time, I also think that that's not like I don't know. I don't think that the mechanics of like Civ RP should be taken into account when justifying charges based on what they're being charged with, right? That goes for literally anybody. I don't care who it is, right? Because that would be really weird to like talk about in character, or be really weird to say. Well, unfortunately, the only profit margins they can make is by pushing weed or by right. Then what? Then you have to explain why. Like that's the reasoning. I don't know. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it doesn't make it easy. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know what the reasoning or I don't know what the feelings are OSC by anybody. I'll be honest, and again, I mean this to the fullest extent. When I'm off the server, it is lights fucking out for RP. I want nothing to do with the server. I want nothing to do with people. I want nothing. If howdy. What are your thoughts on 10 days of jail for RP? There's been more. There's been a lot more. People have been given jail without the chance of parole, and they've been in jail for 6 months. 10 days is fucking nothing. I don't know. People see the number of money or the money sign and they think, oh my God, end of the world. But there's so much good roleplay. The thing that people forget is that money doesn't matter in RP. Money is a mechanic, right? Money is an RP tool. If you lose the money, there's other RP avenues that you could take to build it back up, right? So I don't know. I think the optimistic view is that it's not all the end of the world. Screams in 100 days solid. No, yeah, seriously. Cello spent 100 days on the server without a trial. So a cop being fired for 10 days don't affect them like it did Dean. Huh? I mean, I think Chatterbox is such a good fucking example. I'm not even just saying that to like defend or make the point. You want to talk about somebody who doesn't give a fuck about debt and continues to create some of the best roleplay on the entire server? Look at Chatterbox. If we really want to go down this debt conversation and like egregious fines, let's look at Chatterbox, a man who continues to be one of the biggest idols in RP and one of the biggest like eye openers for just good content creation and good character creation, and not letting mechanics hold him back. I mean, he is the staple. You know what I mean? Also, Ari, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate you. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. How does a streamer stream if they're in prison for months? You can play other characters. Other characters exist. Okay. What's happening with the banana? Oh, TLDR, I hit a sub goal. Saw this funny thing on Amazon. I said if we hit sub goal, I'll buy it. And I bought it. Do you know how bad Chatterbox is having trouble doing RP and was thinking of grinding instead? Rest, are you here to just like try and like make a really shit take? I have no problem looking like a fool for asking that, but I don't. You're asking me about like how I think Den felt when he was fired and how I feel about people spending 10 days. I don't know. Respectfully, I think the takeaway is that yes, I understand why Chatterbox would feel that way. The reason he feels that way is because of the limiting factor that there was with being told that you would spend your days in prison if you're in debt. But here's the reverse Uno card for you. Chatterbox was doing stuff in debt and was going to be put into prison. The difference between this situation is that they would be going into debt while in prison, which means it's not like they would be spending time out and then time in. They would be spending time in and then debts would be paid off before they spent their time out. Does that make sense? The problem with Chatterbox's situation is that an update came through about the debt situation and immediately, flip of a dime, he was forced to do... He was forced to find another avenue. That's what happened with Chatterbox. People are now aware on the server. People understand on the server now just how debt works. If you go into debt, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Seeing the clowns actually build stuff in game has been amazing. The clowns are fucking incredible. They're fucking fantastic. They are like top notch. After his random falls. No, I don't know why I came up with Flop, honestly. He's just a fun fucking character. I don't know. Congrats on sub goal. Thank you, Owen. I appreciate you. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to get through that real quick. I'll be honest. And again, I need to like voice this as loud as humanly possible. I couldn't give a fuck about the like what number is chosen for debt, but the only like important takeaway that I hope viewers remember is that the debt of choice is a suggestion by the PD. It is not set in stone, and it is not a guarantee, right? Whatever the judges decide is what they're going to end up going for, right? That's all. So Decker could go up and say, hey, 750. And the return on that is, no, 750 is a little egregious. Let's go with, you know, let's go with 450, 300. And there you go. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I got all love to everybody involved in the RP. I, as a sideline top, in other words, no involvement, and I don't even know like OSC what the fuck happened. I don't really care OSC what happened, but I think if I was to look at it from like from both sides, I think the important takeaway is that hold on, I'm trying to pull out the bike. I think the important takeaway is that this is a suggestion and a learning moment for both the suspects and for PD. Makes new connections and opens doors. I mean, that's the point of RP. That's what's great. People think that an L in RP means like, oh, it's over. No, an L in RP is something you gratify. That's instant gratification right there. The amount of opportunities you will have if you take an L on this server is incredible. How do I know? I have been playing a professional L cop for 5 years. I made Flop to be an L, like an L. This character was literally made with the purpose of taking L's. That was the entire point of this character. I got into RP and said, you know what I want to do? I want to make what people don't find fun, right? When I did EMS for Flop, the whole thing that I did with EMS was my goal as an EMS was not to do EMS RP. My goal with EMS was to make you laugh by the time I got you to the hospital. My goal getting into a situation was to make you laugh or to have you enjoy your experience. If that meant that I had to look like the fool at the end of the day, then so be it. But Flop has inherently and will continue to always be the character that I want people to enjoy being around because it goes against the grain of what people typically understand and know, right? Flop going into crippling debt is for fun, right? Flop owning 20 cars in 3.0 was for fun, right? I miss EMS Flop. EMS Flop's a good time. Yeah, no, I set reasonable goals for myself in RP. The reasonable goal is that I don't like to have anything planned with an outcome. My reasonable goal is something that involves making it an enjoyable experience for other people. And I think that that's not like a difficult thing to do. The reality is that I'm kind of a goofball IRL as I am in a video game, right? But I give Flop a personality and I give him an opportunity to just do what he can. And I mean, listen, I'm wearing a fucking banana hat right now, okay? If there's anything I know, it's how to be a fucking idiot. I can do that every day of the week. Don't you worry. I'm a moron and I will continue to do that. I got no problem. Just like this stream, though. My goal with this stream wasn't to be successful. By success is determined... Like, some people think success, they think money. That wasn't me. Success wasn't money. Success for me was enjoying myself and having a place where people could be comfortable to come and enjoy themselves.